Moving on to politics now, the final tally for Maine's caucuses will come in later today. Mitt Romney is looking to end a losing streak, but he faces competition from Ron Paul, whose loyal troops have been camped out there for some time. Joining us now to talk some more about the 2012 race, Democratic strategist David Mercer and Republican strategist Ford O'Connell. Thanks to both of you for being here today.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, you know, there's the Maine caucuses. Obviously, you don't get a lot of delegates out of this, but what you do gain for Romney, this would be some momentum and headlines before the next round of primaries, which don't come till the end of the month. But for Ron Paul, this could be quite a moment for him. What do you think?
I think it is likely to be a great moment for him and a not so good moment for Romney, coming off of the string of losses to Santorum in the last three states, Colorado, Minnesota, and Missouri. And again, it's a caucus state which benefits more the retail politics than any kind of media bombardment like we saw in Florida when Romney took it to Gingrich on all those negative ads. So he's been on the ground. Ron Paul's been on the ground and is giving Romney a run for his money. And to add a fourth loss to his past string of losses is not good for the Romney campaign.
I disagree with you, David, my friend. Yeah. Ron Paul is not going to win the GOP nomination. This is all about Mitt Romney. He's lost 3 in a row. He can't lose 4 in a row going into Michigan and Arizona, which are must-wins for him because Super Tuesday follows after that. And right now, Rick Santorum's on the rise, and he's got to do everything to stop that before it gets bigger.
But you know, the headlines are going to be all about Ron Paul for a while until something big happens again, and that's going to be for a couple of weeks.
Actually, February 22nd, Mesa, Arizona is the next debate.
But the thing is, Romney can't, I mean, the perception is he can't afford to lose another one.
I agree with you, and that is the perception. That's the media narrative, and that's what David and the Democrats are going to run with. Oh, the GOP's in chaos. Mitt Romney's not the odds-on favorite. That's what they want to see.
But Romney would like us to have believed that. I mean, he had even a list of VP candidates or prospective candidates to be on the ticket 4 or 5 months ago. That certainly has worn off. He is not the putative nominee, and going into Super Tuesday, we're going to see more southern states like we did South Carolina, and that is going to be a challenge, and we might even see Newt Gingrich resurge again come Super Tuesday because those states are coming onto the table in Super Tuesday.
The reason why Mitt Romney is not the presumptive nominee is because he has not given conservatives, the anti-Romney voting bloc, a reason to vote for him. All he's done is tout his business experience and gone negative on his opponents. He needs a big idea. He needs to ditch the conservative lexicon. Stop saying I'm severely conservative.
What did he mean by that, severely conservative? Well,
he didn't check with Frank Luntz on language before he used
the only thing that's severely conservative is I'm more severely conservative than my friend David. He's sitting there in CPAC. Ditch the lexicon. It makes you look phony. You need a big idea rooted in free enterprise and limited government, and if you can do that, the conservative voting bloc is looking for a reason to support you, but it's up to Mitt Romney to prove
you're
that.
not talking about Santorum here. What about him? I mean, he's obviously the darling at the CPAC convention.
He's got to win. Santorum has got to win Michigan. His campaign right now is a glorified book tour. If he can win Michigan, that'll put the media narrative in his favor going into Super Tuesday with 437 delegates at stake. You need 1,144 to win the nomination. Mitt Romney has about 100 right now, and Santorum has 44. He's got some ground to make up, but he could have that opening.
And you think Santorum could make give
Santorum
Romney a run for his money here?
That he's a winner. I mean, he was trying to say that in the fall. He proved it in the last couple of days. And so, you know, this is a contested nomination.
Really quickly.
Sure.
Let me ask you real quick about the White House problems this week. Was this a cave-in for the White House on the whole issue of contraception and religious communities?
Not at all. It was the president and the administration balancing the various interests at play on the issue of contraception. And he saw and got that balance with regard to religious freedoms and women's rights, and putting forth and putting behind us any potential conflict of those interests, but serving the interests correct.
It absolutely was a cave-in.
Publicly, it looks like
it's absolutely a cave-in, and the reason is because independents are a big chunk of the voting bloc in Pennsylvania and Ohio, and Hispanics in Florida. If the Republican nominees to take the White House, they got to win Ohio or Pennsylvania and Florida or Virginia. He was playing the electoral map, and he's smart. Let's just see how this plays out. It may backfire.
He was playing to women's rights and to religious freedoms, and that's why we can move on.
And we're playing to the First Amendment.
I got to have a discussion in there. Gentlemen, always great to see you. Thank you so much for your insights. Appreciate it.
Thank you.